Konnichiwa, Nagi-san here, and today it's a very late episode again, so I'm going to have to be a bit quieter and a bit slower and, well, generally a bit more laid back. Excuse the wire, my phone is on charge and it's also providing Wi-Fi to my PC at the minute. It's a very long story. But today, I thought we'd look at this. Everyone remembers this. This is the Namco System 23 Evolution 2 PCB. This is Crisis Zone. And you can tell because it says CSZ03. So, yeah, I basically have no really updates. The only thing that different that this thing has done is not even show me the green screen anymore. I showed you the green screen, but it doesn't do that anymore. In fact, the best I can get it to do is do a blip, and even then, it doesn't really want to do much. I'll just show you what it's actually doing on the inside. And this hasn't got the ROM board attached, but you don't actually need that. Well, alright, just to appease everyone, I'll put on the ROM board here. Right. Basically, what I've been doing is I've just been measuring about, trying to see if there's anything obvious to me. I've been in contact with a couple of people, and the only person so far that's replied has basically said he can't give me a good guess onto what's going on without seeing it. But he said obviously check the ROM board first of all, because that can cause it, and check the program board. But can't do much that I can check. If I take it out, I can check that, see if it's doing anything, but it doesn't do anything different. Like I say, the best I can get is a blip on the screen. Well, using my old VGA cable, because that will show anything, any signs of life, it will show on my TV. And I've also removed the C2382 battery. So if we power this thing on again, this has no fan, so it's not going to be very loud. You'll notice the LEDs come on. Though 1 and 8 come on. Then you can see 2, 3, 2, 3, what was that? 6 and 7 come on. The rest are off, and it just hangs there. And stupid cable. But nothing on the screen. Now this should be rolling picture if there was anything, but there's not. It just doesn't do anything. That's basically the same issue I had, and it's not because there's no I/O board. This thing should be testing its RAM first and then checking the I/O board. But it's not doing that. Now, the only thing I have to really guess, because there's a couple of areas on this PCB that seem to get quite warm, and I know I shouldn't touch the board, but it's dead anyway at the minute. But there's two areas, this bit over here and this bit over here, that get warm. If we turn this off, I love that power supply. Basically, when that yellow LED goes off, it means it's safe to touch. Well, it's safe to touch without getting electrocuted from the power supply, but if you've still got to be wary of, what's the word? Caps. Now, we've got the two chips. This is the C4, what was it, 44-7 chip. This is, I actually think this is the graphics chip. I think it is, I'm not entirely sure. I thought that was, but I'm not entirely sure now either. Because basically it's not doing anything. And when I was just going about feeling the heat of different chips, I was just, feeling about seeing which ones were warm and that. And I mean, I've got my arm actually on the case, so any charge would build up. Any charge I've got would be dissipated through this case. It's a good thing about having these. But when I turned it on, I'll turn it on, and I'm going to put my hand on the case. You see it gets jammed. This thing here gets very hot very fast. It's already getting warm. In fact, yep, that's getting hotter. In fact, that's starting to get unbearable now. Like, really burning. Yep, that's seriously really hot now. It's gotten really hot in just a few seconds, like a couple of seconds. Ow. This one, not too bad. It takes a little while, but yeah, that one also gets incredibly hot. And obviously, this is the CPU. Nothing so much. That's the, I don't know what most of these chips are, but none of them really get so hot. After a while they got hot, but it was almost like several custom chips have failed, but it's not. The guy said he's only had one time that's actually happened, so he said, yeah, that's incredibly hot, in fact. Yeah. No, I can't keep my hand on that. That's quite hot. And this one's the same. It gets warm. It doesn't really burn your hand off, but No, that's like, it's hot, and it's not bearable. You know, the only thing I can do, because obviously I can't have a look at that chip, because if that chip's failed, yeah, what am I going to do? The only thing I can do is look at this board here. Now, this is a BGA package, right? And this is about, what is it? Oh, I don't know. Let's measure it, shall we? This is a... Whoa! I can't measure for anything today. Nope, this is just not happening. That's, right. Yeah, we're doing a rough measurement. It's about, what is it? 36 mil? Now, my machine, well, not my machine, but the machine I've got access to at work can reflow 36 mil of chips, and I mean, that's incredibly hot. That got the hottest fast, then that chip, then that chip, and then that chip, but that one's, you expect that. The only thing I can gather as to what could be wrong is that this is like had a graphics failure or something. Now, I don't know if that's the graphics chip or that's the graphics chip. That could be something entirely different. But I don't know, because these are all custom chips, and you'll never find information on them, and not unless someone's reverse engineered them. And there are, there's the main source code, but that doesn't really give me a definite answer as to what is what. I mean, so the only thing I can do really is, before I give up and admit defeat, it's possibly reflow that. Now, I'm a little hesitant to do that, because, it's like, if I do more work, if I get doing noticeable damage or noticeable problems, I could completely waste a lot of money on this, and I don't want to do that. So it's like, what do? Do I, have to, send it away, wait for it to get repaired, and probably pay a lot more, risk it, see if I can repair it for free? And obviously, most people could do the latter. But if I refloat that, will it damage it permanently? Because this is, yeah, you know what I mean. It's just like, it's a really iffy subject, and in fact, thinking about it, what I might do is find a box to store this in, something that's very well packed, very well padded, so nothing is going to get damaged. Put some, I don't know if I should put flux in this. I probably should, but I'm not wanting to. What I'll do is I'll probably take it in actually. Just try it as a last resort, and go put a bit of thermal tape around the edge of that green stuff, so I know nothing except for that heat spreader is going to get the heat. Then I'll put some around the board, put it on for the, because I think this was made in, what, 1997? I can't remember, it does say somewhere. Does it say made in Japan? It should have a date code on it, 98. That chip was made in 98, 99, 99. So that was made in 99, or the 39th week, but if I can read date codes, which I probably can't. So, I mean, 1998 is way before the lead solder got dropped. So obviously that could be lead solder, and at which point it makes no sense that it failed. But put it onto the 180. No, well, maybe a bit more. Put it onto the reflow machine, just see what happens. I mean, but I really want this thing to work, and I just don't know if it will. Stupid cable. So, I don't know. What I'll do is I'll just see what happens. Put it onto the reflow machine tomorrow, see what happens. If it worked, great. If it doesn't, what are you gonna do? Anyway, I thought I'd give you a bit more of an insight onto what's going on with this, and just generally update you. Oh yeah, one more thing before I go. Here's the actual gun board. Pardon me. This is a gun board from Crisis Zone, and you won't be able to read it probably. Hold on. This is where I've only found this recently, but it's really useful. What is this? Oh, LED torch that goes into a USB socket. Yeah, can you? Let's see if you can get that to be readable. No, it's not having it. Basically, it says what it says is made in Japan, JVSIO Gun DX PCB. Basically, this is for the deluxe arcade one. So I think there's a difference between the arcade one and not, but I'm not entirely sure. So I'm not, but you know, I find that kind of weird. But then they're selling the same Gunsons elsewhere, so I don't know if there is a difference, you know, or not. And this board, actually, I think there's 2 versions of this as well. Just, you know, general experience, well, not experience, but just general looking about. I've had a look, and it seems like there's a different model whereby the this connector doesn't exist. You know, the whole board is significantly different, and it's called the is it MIU or MUI? I think it's the MUI one, but it doesn't say JVSIO. It just says, well, it says MUI PCB and it says JVSIO. Now I don't know, because this board can work with Time Crisis 3, and Time Crisis 3 says the MUI PCB, well, you know, MUI PCB. This, however, refers in all the manuals as the Raise PCB. And if I grab the manual, we can confirm this. So we got, what was it? The PCB over there, and over here, you might be able to just read that. You see there, it says, you can sort of see it says Raise PCB assembly. You know, functionally they're identical. You know, they both have the same things, but you know, just general note, and it just really makes me curious. Is that, you know, is this just a later revision or an earlier revision? I don't know. Oh, and a final thing, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but when I was looking through the main source code to see what all the chips were, if I could, which I couldn't, I was having a look about, and basically it seems like I have several things, a couple of things that are different about my board than most board, and then the main source. It's got the same serial number on it, or the model number, but they say, what is it? They say there should be a dip switch about here. And you can clearly see there's not. There is one jumper position there, but it doesn't do anything, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this thing. It might be I have a different board, but it might be a later revision, but I mean, this board was made in 1998 by the looks of, no, it can't be, because that's 1999. I have no clue. I think it's 1999, if not 2000, but anyway, I'm getting a bit tired, so I'll probably start packing up and getting all this away. Probably just put this on, and what I'll probably do is just take the whole, actually thinking about it, I'll just probably take the whole case, because it's a pain in the ass to take, but it, you know, at the end of the day it protects the board. So well, we'll get on to, you know, hopefully fixing this board. Yeah, like I say, I'll just take the whole thing. I'll take the SCART PCB and I'll just put it on. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. So, you know, hopefully it does, but if it doesn't, well, this is going to be going cross-continental. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching, and thank you for watching.